Take a look at the Central Connecticut State lineup. Berube is the star, but several returning starters on this Blue Devils squad. So the record is 1-5, but it could pose a test. And we are underway here in Jersey. Rutgers with the ball to start off and looking to feed the post immediately, but Tyia Singleton couldn't handle the pass, and Central Connecticut will get its first shot of the night. The Blue Devil team that has lost 3 in a row. A couple of close losses before that blowout loss to Syracuse last time out. And there is Berube missing the shot from in tight, and Singleton has the rebound.
You see already going to work down there, Berube. As soon as she touches the block, her players are looking to give her the ball right away. So see the miss there. It's a little bit, she doesn't really have the size advantage as much she had her last game against Syracuse. But, I mean, this is their game. They're going to look for it right away.
To the free throw line for Lassiter, one of several veterans on this team. Singleton down low, and there are the first 2 points of the night.
They're already picking up where they left off last time. Rutgers, I mean, looking inside, I mean, the post players had a dominant game against Delaware State. I think it's the right thing to do. Continue to pound it inside.
Yeah, Rutgers dominated in the post. Tied a season high with those 74 points, and now they force the turnover. Jalen Mason running the break. Lassiter off the one dribble. Rainbow is good. That's a 3, and a nice start for Rutgers.
Nice kick and a nice job by Lassiter getting to her spot. She can't knock down that three-pointer. We've seen it all season long. Great recognition to find her. Looking for some quick offense here. But then on the defensive side, just been doing a great job contesting every shot. Trying to contain Berube down there. You saw the turnover. She had 4 last game. So whenever you can make her uncomfortable, make her put the ball on the floor. But Lassiter there just finding a great rhythm and a great shot on the skip pass. Nice.
Yeah, tied a season high in scoring. Season high in field goal percentage 2 on Sunday, and hoping the good times continue to roll offensively. Now off the three-pointer miss from Forever Toppin, the point guard for Central Connecticut State. Berube misses from point blank. And a cold start from the floor for the Blue Devils. Mason on the dribble drive, tried the bounce pass, may have caught a foot. We play on, looking for Osh Brown on that entry ball. Deja Jenkins the other way, and the redshirt sophomore puts Central Connecticut on the board.
A great job by Jenkins pushing the ball. I'm going to the glass because nobody stopped her. Rutgers going to have to pick up the ball, settle down. This is a team, they're not intimidated by the points that they racked up against Delaware State. I mean, they're coming out playing aggressively in this zone, and it's turning into offense right now.
Pass picked, Toppin trying to steal it away. And we're going the other way. This is Central Connecticut ball. Nicely done there by the redshirt junior, Jersey product from Patterson. And she's their point guard, but makes an impact with the steals too.
Absolutely, and you saw Coach Eatman. I don't know if you guys saw on camera, but he was chewing up Mason, telling her she got to meet the pass, you got to be a little more aggressive. And, you know, she felt like I'm pretty sure he felt like she didn't give enough effort right there and that ball going out of bounds. But you see the Central Connecticut State's already just stepping up their defense from the jump. I mean, Rutgers did a great job last game. Not too many turnovers, only 11, but the name of their game this season, they have been giving up the basketball. He wants you pressure them.
That's clearly a point of emphasis for Rutgers, a team that leads the Big Ten in turnovers, averaging more than 20 a game. Want to snuff that out before conference play starts in less than 2 weeks now. Here's Toppin late in the shot clock for the Blue Devils, trying to drive, and Laisha Petrie may have gotten a piece of it. Shot clock does not reset, and now a steal. Nicely done by Singleton. Lassiter the other way. And right inside, Osh Brown sneaks it in. Boy, she is so good in the post. Had a great game in limited minutes against Delaware State, and gets on the board there.
And you saw the little jump in the air, double clutched a little bit, maybe got a little contact, but she's such a great finisher down there. She's aggressive. That one power dribble just looks to score and tack every time she gets it.
3 shots, 3 makes for Rutgers from the floor. Eden Nibbling trying to drive, no. Berube got fouled. With Mason and Singleton converging defensively.
And you saw 3 bodies around Berube. They do not want her to get going. They're trying to make her uncomfortable, whether it's a rebound or a touch within the offense. And I think the Rutgers have been doing a great job. I mean, they got the foul right there, but she's a very active player, so you have to make sure she doesn't go off.
That's the first foul against Jalen Mason. And the first free throw good for Berube, the 5th-year senior, a center. She is top 3 in the Northeast Conference in scoring, rebounding, field goal percentage, and free throw percentage. Mentioned those 17.7 points a game in our open. 7.5 rebounds, shooting 48% from the floor. She is uber talented. Mason off the screen from Petrie, got a good look, but off the back of the rim. A Central Connecticut team that lost at Syracuse a week and a half ago now, 116-65. Most points ever for Syracuse in a single game. Looking to boost things on the defensive end for sure today. That's a deep three from Nibelink, caught the front of the rim, but Brown has the board. Brown on the dribble drive. How about the feed to Lassiter, looking for a second, couldn't find it.
And that was a great kick. I mean, Ash Brown continuing. She's such a leader for this team as well because, you know, even though she felt like, hey, she got to the board, you know, Lassiter's knocked down one already this game. That was a good skip pass from her, great recognition. I think the offense is looking pretty good so far, and, you know, they're just going to have to keep a handle on the defense.
Now Rutgers shows you that harassing defense, the 55 defense, something of a stalwart here over the last 20 years, but in the half court, high aggressiveness, intensity. Rutgers averages 10 steals a game, so expect to see that even when teams get settled in the half court.
Absolutely, and I mean, they've, out of what, the 28 of the last 30 games, they've been able to hold their opponents below their scoring average, so we know that Rutgers can defend, but the thing, sometimes the offense gets a little stagnant.
Jenkins behind the line, couldn't get the bank, and Singleton has the rebounds. Now quickly up ahead, Petrie, as she got fouled with Toppin trying to come in for the steal. Well, a nice shooting start for Rutgers. Central Connecticut State able to get on the board too. Come to our mid-first quarter break. It's the Scarlet Knights by 3. Rutgers looking to build a winning streak today.
Guards and the post players, and I mean, that's important, you know. A lot of people don't really talk about it, but you really have to trust your teammates to be able to convert on those passes and those plays, and they're finally getting in a groove, they feel like. So they felt like it was a great win on Sunday.
Here's Laisha Petrie, one of those newcomers, transferred from Bradley University. Inside for her new teammate, Tyia Singleton, one of the returners. And 2 points for Singleton. She's got a quick 4.
And right on cue. I mean, you saw Petrie driving the lane and then give Tyia Singleton the nice bounce pass. And Singleton didn't pass it out. She felt like, you know, she had a good rhythm down there, and she went on and scored the basketball.
Brown and Singleton there team up for the steal. Now, Tim Eatman said, we're starting to appreciate each other by sharing the basketball. That time the share inside for Singleton, who looks good so far tonight.
Right, a nice move there, being able to spin around and score on the other side, using that wingspan, that length there, just giving Ruby a handful down there.
And Rutgers expands a 7-point lead now. Here's Toppin, the second-year starting point guard. Deja Jenkins driving the lane, and a nice post feed for Central Connecticut, finding Berube for her first bucket.
And that's what Central Connecticut State's going to have to do. I mean, they're going to have to continue to attack the glass. They can't really stand around the perimeter and just jolt up shots against Rutgers. We know that they have a lot of height down there, but if you can attack the lane, draw the defenders, and pitch off like she just did, then they can find more buckets.
Zone look here from Central Connecticut. And to the free throw line for Brown with 6 on the timer. From 10 feet away, Brown finds it fading away.
Wow, and that was pretty right there. I mean, she just looked so comfortable. Nice spin move with a little bit of a Dirk Nowitzki like fading away there. That was really nice.
Not a bad player to be compared to as a post player, Dirk. Especially somebody like Ash Brown, who has shown us the post moves before from tight inside the basket. That time stretching a little bit towards the mid-range.
Right, and the follow-through even looked good there, too. You could tell she really felt it. Had a little pep in her step making that spin move. So, I mean, you see the post players just going to work early and doing a great job, just seeing what the defense is giving them, reading it, and being patient.
Berube slipping downstairs, but Nibelink had 3 players on her, and Rutgers steals it away. Already the 5th Rutgers steal of the opening quarter. In transition, Petrie finds a 3. Nice knockdown there from Petrie, who can stretch it. Best three-point shooter on this team at 33%.
And we talk about, the rotation in this lineup, right? The fact that they're feeling more comfortable running the fast break. I thought early on, they had a couple of issues where people were in the wrong spots at the wrong time, playing out of position. But you see already, you saw Lassiter knock down a three in transition, and now Petrie, and I think they're just finding their spots finally on the floor.
When things are going right, things are really going right. Singleton couldn't handle it, but Brown lays it in, and now she's got 6 points. Rutgers' leading scorer there, Ash Brown. And the assists continue to come for Rutgers, assisting on more than 80% of their made baskets over the last 2 games. That's a very big point of emphasis for this deep team. Share the ball. And here's Belle Lanfer in for the first time, and late in the shot clock, airballs the three. Rutgers in front by a dozen now on a 7-0 run. Petrie off the pump fake. Behind the head, but commits the offensive foul, feeding it to Lassiter.
Yeah, she did. She kind of left her feet there. I mean, whenever a guard leaves her feet to make that pass out, then that's kind of a no-brainer for the referees. And a great job shuffling over on defense there because, I mean, you can't really leave your feet when you're attacking the lane. I think she should sit down, handle the ball a little bit more. She even could have gave her a little hesitation and got deeper in the lane, but Lanfer did a great job of rotating over.
Rutgers making its first subs of the night. You see Awa Sidibe's in for the first time. Highlighted her in our open to this broadcast. Rutgers' career high 15 points for Sidibe on Sunday in the win over Delaware State. Looked really good doing it too. Inside for Berube with 2 defenders around her, and they affect the shot. And quickly ahead, Sidibe leaking out. I couldn't get the roll. She will shoot some free throws though.
She kind of has a theme about that, right? Just kind of leaking out. She's so athletic. Not only can she jump really high, she's also really fast. Good running rim to rim. And once again, we're talking about trust. Her teammates just finding her. She was 5 for 5 last game. She's been really efficient in finding her pace, finding her shot out there. And she's been looking really good doing it.
So 2 free throws here for Sidibe. You mentioned the efficient 15 points. Did it in only 12 minutes. Made all 5 shots from the floor. Was 4 of 5 from the stripe. And on this team that is so deep, it feels like sometimes you've got to maximize your time. Sidibe did that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you get out there, it's go time. You don't really have much time to really find your pace. These aren't players that are 5 players playing the whole game. It's a quick rotation. So you have to go out there and try to make an immediate impact, whether that's on defense or offense.
Final minute of this opening quarter. Rutgers on a 12-2 run here over the last 3.5 minutes. Jenkins, again, a late shot clock for Central Connecticut. Lanfer, nice move to get open and knocks down her first 2 points. Redshirt freshman, but a captain on this team, Lanfer.
It was a nice pump fake there for her to, be able to take a couple dribbles, get in that mid-range. I mean, mid-range is one of my favorite shots, so you saw her there kind of talking a little junk that she hit the bucket, but a very nice read from Lanfer.
And now about an 8-second difference shot and game clock for Rutgers. Petrie. Looking for a second 3 and cans it. Knocking down some triples tonight, the Scarlet Knights. 3 of 4 from behind the perimeter. And now 7 seconds to go. Here's Lanfer. Off the screen. Slashing to the glass, but Singleton says no thank you.
Clear height advantage there. Lanfer might have got that mid-range bucket last possession, but driving on Singleton, that's not going to happen. Great defense for her shuffling over and stuffing that.
Yeah, Rutgers subs on some height for these final 0.4 of a second. Catch and shoot, that's it. In for Jenkins, and she can't get off a shot.
Against the zone. I mean, doing exactly fundamental basketball from the jump. So just a really great quarter from them.
And now they force a turnover. That's Nina Davey, the freshman guard who's just checked in. Touched it on the half-court side of midcourt and then went back over.
And
so
great
turnover.
Defense. Yeah, and great defense from Sidibe there, just keeping the pressure on, even though she went for the steal and didn't get it. But like we mentioned, we know Rutgers can defend, so just been holding them in place so far this half.
Now Rutgers has a near new 5-in. Petrie barely staying in on the floor right there. And Sidibe now a loose ball and a tie-up. This will stay with Rutgers, who has the arrow. For Rutgers, it's Petrie staying in with Sidibe. Tyia Singleton is in for the first time, plus Sakima Walker and Victoria Morris, who checked in right at the end of the opening quarter. And it will be the talented freshman Tyia Singleton to inbound here. And it's tipped away. Forever top in there, trying to find a spark for Central Connecticut State. Now Rutgers has now forced 6 turnovers, and they scored off each of the first 5.
And that's another topic we've been talking about throughout the season is, reaping the rewards, reaping the benefits of playing that hard defense and finally converting off of it. So they're perfect so far, being able to knock away some turnovers and be able to convert on them.
Singleton not aware of the clock, drives in and commits the offensive foul before she feeds it to Joya Maddox just in the game. And you can see Sakima Walker pointing up, saying, shot clock, shot clock.
I think she's going to, hey, I looked at her and saw she was saying throw it up for the alley-oop. We talked about it last game a little bit, but she was trying to let them know. And we've seen quite a few shot clock violations from the Scarlet Knights throughout the season. And, just hasn't been that person to be able to tell them, like, hey, look up, be aware of the shot clock.
Davey trying to feed it inside, and Rutgers forces another one. And Maddox, this will stay with Rutgers. Really able to hang on to it. Rutgers team coming off that bounce-back win against Delaware State, snapping a 6-game losing skid with that one on Sunday. Morris hiding behind the Walker screen and much too strong. Megan Kennefic there for her first rebound of the night. In for Carly Reynolds, who had it blocked. Singleton gets the block there. Fight for that rebound, and Singleton's got it. I think that's the freshman's first block. Reynolds turned right into her. Inside for Walker, 6'4". She towers over everybody, and you see the height advantage right there for the first 2 points of the night for her.
And we said it, she's been doing a much better job throughout the year, just keeping the ball up high. She said she's been in the gym working on her follow-through, and it looked really pretty right there.
Walker's wingspan is 6'9.5". Don't forget the extra half-inch, 6'9.5". Out there contesting the Sutherland Case 3, but Claire Sutherland Case knocks down the Blue Devils' first triple of the night.
You said don't forget the half. That made me think about, when you get the little marks and you measure
right.
when you're getting taller as you're getting older. Yeah. Can't forget the half.
Well, she's an imposing center, that's for sure. Sidibe, high post. Sneaks along the baseline, but blocked from behind. Got it back. Maddox takes a try. Left it short. To the free throw line, but Lamfer shuffled the steps before she dribbled.
Yeah, I was thinking that she walked with it. Kind of a little bit of a late call, but I was thinking, I'm like, ooh, she got away with that one. But a really great job by Rutgers just continuing to shift over. I would like to see a little bit more of going back to what they were doing at the beginning, looking inside out on offense, executing everything against this zone. It's really going to help them prepare for conference play.
And none of the 5 starters are in right now for Rutgers, and that's not uncommon with how deep this team is, because they've got so many players who can do that. Singleton, the former 4-star recruit, banks it off the window pane.
Yeah, a great read from her. If it works, I love the bank shot. You know what I mean? It's an underrated shot there, and a nice head fake from her, even a contested shot, but she was able to knock it down.
Sutherland Case fumbled it from behind, but they'll say last touch Rutgers. Now Rutgers on Sunday played all 16 players. 13 of them scored. That's a big emphasis. They want to get everybody in. Wear some teams out that way, too. And as the 3 is good for Belle Lanford. Scraping the ceiling on that one.
It's a pretty shot from her, very high arcing and a little bit late on the rotation from Rutgers. They got to get out there a little bit quicker, and now Lanford with the steal, playing on both ends of the floor.
And Maddox commits the foul, trying to get back defensively. Now some things starting to come together now for Central Connecticut State after that rough start. Three starting to drop and disrupting Rutgers' offense.
Yeah, Rutgers not looking in sync right now. Once again, we said it all year long. The turnovers have really plagued them. And the thing is they don't really make the passing lane move. When you have this zone, you have to attack the zone, skip it out, work the ball around. You have to do a lot of bounce passes. Right now, kind of just standing and holding the ball above their head and throwing it around the perimeter. That's not going to work against the zone. So they have to be more proficient in that.
Now one more free throw here for the Blue Devils' second leading scorer, Lanford. And in 7 minutes off the bench, she's got 7 points now. She has come in and been something of a spark plug for this team. And Destiny Marshall checks in for Rutgers for the first time as Awa Sidibe comes out. Sanderlin running the offense here. And then a blocking foul against Lanford that time. Very clear Rutgers wants to give Sanderlin some space to grow as a freshman.
Right, and I don't mind the idea she had there. I mean, kind of wasn't anywhere to go, but the fact that she's, trying to dribble and be a little aggressive and put pressure on the defense, that's the only thing that's going to work against the zone. So, and once again, I mean, they're tapping at these passes. I really think that it's on the person passing the ball, but it's also on the person who needs to meet the pass. She's got to hold off her defender to be able to get the ball, like a little bit of aggressiveness there. So I feel like Rutgers has to do a better job of that.
That connects to Sanderlin here. Shot clock late. Maddox in the corner. Off the back of the rim, but Walker goes above everybody for the rebound. How about the mid-range? Not that time. And the rebound secured by Sutherland Case. Now Rutgers led by as many as 16 here in this first half, but Central Connecticut can make it a single-digit game. As Sutherland Case lines it up and knocks it down. She's a stretch forward. 3 threes here in this second period for the Blue Devils, and they have shot their way back into this game.
Yeah, you see them chipping away. They're not going away. This zone is doing its job, kind of lulling Rutgers' offense to sleep, and then they're getting back on the offensive end and just really connecting.
Inside for Marshall, tried to face up and got the rattle in. Nicely done there by Destiny Marshall, the guard going to work on the paint.
Yeah, we see her down there a lot trying to rebound, but, for her to put in work on the offensive end, just a nice shot off the glass. That was a good job from her.
Lanford. Open look into the corner, but Megan Kennefick not as able to stretch it out there and commits the travel.
You see Morris there off the glass. Took a couple of hits, but still got it high up on the left side. Last possession of turnover, but they've been knocking some outside shots down. They know they don't particularly have the height advantage down low, so they've been doing a great job. And, I mean, they've even been doing a great job on defense as well, just kind of, making Rutgers make some mental mistakes. I don't know what they have going on right now, but it's working. They've been able to chip away against this lead.
All right, Rutgers commits another turnover there. Driving the lane with Berube back in the game, and the rattle in for Ashley Berube. And she's up to 6 points now. 6 points, 1 rebound.
And I know she was happy to see that. I mean, for her to be able to put the ball on the floor, I mean, a one-on-one situation, she hasn't really gotten that often, so she's looking to go at it as soon as she has it because they've been double-teaming every time. How
about that explosiveness from Victoria Morris, blowing by everybody on the baseline? First 2 points of the night with a graduate transfer from Old Dominion. Bucket Rutgers needed. Central Connecticut State making things interesting here. Lanford, she's been great in this first half, but the scoop wasn't there. Berube, though, cleans things up with Walker hitting the deck.
Yeah, it looks like Walker kind of lost her footing there trying to go for the rebound, and then Berube really took advantage, just crashing the boards hard. I mean, she had 5 offensive rebounds last game, so that's something she looks to do. I mean, it ended up bouncing in the right spot for her.
Marshall back at it. around the basket. So crafty, and certainly helps too when Sakima Walker clears out some space for you.
Right. I mean, you could tell that she's been working on using the glass. Very fundamental and a great shot from her with the left hand. That was really nice.
Kick out. Kenefick from deep. Book it. Four for 4 from deep. Central Connecticut State knocking down threes here in this second quarter.
And, I mean, they've been left wide open, so why not? I mean, Rutgers defense just kind of over-helping there, leaving the shooters wide open. I mean, you even see the post player stepping out, hitting a few.
Now that time the pass a little bit too tall for Sakima Walker. How about that from Forever Toppin? One possession game. Central Connecticut State raining threes in the second quarter.
Wow, that one was even contested. Right now, just everything going right for them.
Stephanie Guillon looking downstairs. Walker had it knocked away. Blue Devils playing with confidence here. And 5 new Scarlet Knights are ready to make a hockey swap at the next whistle. Kenefick traveled. Trying to get into that long two. Singleton and Brown. The starting crew played most of that first quarter where Rutgers led by 14 points after 10 minutes. Now here in the second period, Central Connecticut State doubling up Rutgers. Martino on the dribble drive. Brown is wide open behind her. Now Petrie tracks down the long rebound. Central Connecticut ratcheting up the defense now. 8 to shoot. Here's Lassiter. In for Brown with 4. Gets to the baseline. Bank shot, no. Singleton the offensive board and got fouled. Yeah, no foul trouble on either team. In for Brown. Hangs on to it. Missed it. And now Lassiter tracks down the offensive board. Another chance here for the Scarlet Knights on this possession, a long one.
I know, another opportunity. I mean, be able to reset and be able to capitalize, hopefully get some second chance points.
Try to get into their set. 6 to shoot here. Petrie, cross court for Lassiter, who's had some threes tonight. That time too strong, but another offensive board, and then she sneaks in for 2. If at first you don't succeed there on that possession.
If at first you don't succeed, try for a 5th time, because I mean, they had so many opportunities, but you know, for Lassiter to be able to follow her shot and just put the ball on the floor and go past Ruby, that was a great recognition from her. Yeah, I mean, what more can you say? I mean, they had so many opportunities, so glad they capitalized off of it.
Rutgers gave Toppin the 3 there, too strong. And now Petrie running the break, 3-on-1, feeds for Brown, but wave it off, offensive foul. Whistle coming in from half court. Wow. You can see Petrie run over her defender there, driving in. Everybody sort of waited for the whistle.
Yeah, I think we were waiting for the referee on the baseline to kind of call it, but there was a no call there, but the referee kind of at half court made the call because she did kind of run over her a little bit, but that's the second time Petrie's got called, leaving her feet.
And then Petrie commits the foul defensively. Looking to keep it away from Megan Kenefick. And now that's Petrie's second. And she'll come out for Erica Lafayette, who's in for the first time now. Now that basket on that long possession for Rutgers, not insignificant. It's only a 5-point game here and a half where Rutgers has led by as many as 16 points. In for Berube, but couldn't get to it, double teamed. And now Rutgers ball, shot clock turned off. Chance to pad this lead before the break. Here's Lassiter. 6. Martino, the sharpshooter, with 3, and she got fouled. That's just the 3rd foul against Central Connecticut, though, so no free throws coming here, no bonus. 2 seconds to operate with for Rutgers.
Yeah, just reaching in a little bit there. But the defense has been turned up, definitely, for the Blue Devils. They've been doing a great job moving.
In for Singleton, the layup good at the buzzer.
typically see during, you know, crunch time. It definitely hones you in. It definitely like makes you hone into your skills and tap in and be able to fine tune a lot of things about your game. So that's something that Rutgers is trying to do this week.
Central Connecticut starts with the ball here in this second half. And a three from the corner. That time not there for Claire Sutherland Case, who knocked down 2 of them in the opening half. Rutgers running the floor. Sakima Walker finds 2.
Nice head up from Mason. Be able to find Walker running from rim to rim. I think the post players are doing a great job just taking off running as soon as they will get the rebound and being the first outlet out. I mean, it was just a great job for Walker to sneak in there.
Deja Jenkins feed it back for Forever Toppin, and a couple of threes way off the mark for the Blue Devils, and Toppin couldn't handle that.
Great pass there. Walker running. We talked about her wingspan, but she got some long legs too. She knows how to run the floor. And a great heads-up recognition from Mason, being able to take a couple dribbles and a perfect pass on point.
And interesting to see Walker here. Different second half starting lineup for Rutgers than the one they started the game with. Lassiter handles with Mason at the guard spots. Brown, Singleton, and Walker make up a bigger 5 for Rutgers. And zip downstairs. Singleton off the spin move. The sneak shot, no. And then on the loose ball, it's a foul against Central Connecticut. Now beyond Toppin. Tried to angle her way in there and take it away from Brown. That's 2 on Toppin now as CCSU picks up its first of the period. Now Brown playing with the 3 here. Sneak it inside. Walker lost it. Now comes up court, patting herself on the chest, says, "That's on me."
Yeah, she wasn't ready for it. I mean, the pass had a lot of zip on it, Ash Brown. And it looks like it's going to be Rutgers' ball, so she'll get another opportunity here, a second chance once again for the Scarlet Knights.
Central Connecticut had moved over to save it. I didn't think they touched it. Hopefully they did. Late in the timer, though, 6 to shoot. Lassiter down for Singleton, faces up and lays it in with the left hand. And Tyia Singleton, the first player tonight into double figures with 10 points.
And I think Singleton has done a great job. You definitely can tell that she's been working on keeping the ball up. She didn't take any dribbles there. Recognized where she was on that pass, and a great lead pass from Lassiter. Be able to finish on the left side, that's not an easy thing to do.
Defensive foul, blocking foul against Lassiter as Sutherland Case drove the lane. How about Tyia Singleton, though? Some good games being strung together here as you see the Rutgers foul. Now, Singleton entered today on her highest 3-game scoring streak of her career, averaging 10 points over the last 3 games, and now double figures again tonight with 10.
And look at that. I mean, it was just good patience there. You saw her just eyes up, recognizing where she was. I thought earlier in the season, you know, when she would catch the ball down low, she would go a little bit underneath the basket a little bit. She would be too far under, so she wasn't able to finish, and she would rush her shot. But right there, you didn't even see her put the ball on the floor. She just took her 2 steps, head up the whole time, just really recognizing that she could score that bucket on the opposite side.
One out of 2 at the line for Sutherland Case, the redshirt sophomore forward. And back to a 10-point game here. Now right back to Singleton as Walker on the back down. Being harassed there by Eden Nibelink defensively. Central Connecticut trying to steal up downstairs. Walker puts it on the deck, blocked. Good help defense there.
Nice block by Sutherland Case. I mean, for her to shuffle over, she already had a defender on her, but hey, helping her teammate out, and a great block there.
Toppin on the blow by. Left hand, no, but 2 free throws coming.
And Lassiter a little shaken up there. I think Toppin kind of got her in the elbow a little bit on the drive. No, doesn't look like it, but, you know, she's got to shuffle her feet over a little bit. Toppin keeping the ball up high with the 2 steps, splitting those defenders. So Rutgers going to have to shuffle over and have good on-the-ball defense.
And And Lassiter will come out there. It's a foul against her, her second. Victoria Morris in. Topping at the line for 2. Should mention, too, for Rutgers, Laisha Petrie was in the starting lineup. The reason she's not in here, 3 fouls in the first half. Yeah, so she sits. One more for Toppin, the product of Patterson, New Jersey. I got 1 out of 2. Now the Blue Devils hanging around here, a team whose only win has been against Brown this season. Now putting together some good minutes. Singleton again doing work from the high post. Walker got fouled. You can see how close she is when she puts the ball towards the rim from point blank like that.
Right, and she likes it thrown to her up there. You see her tell her teammates, we talked about it a little bit last game against Delaware State, but she's like, hey, just throw it up there. I'm going to go get it, you know? So when she had a little bit of the height advantage down there, she just tells them, hey, throw it to my hands. You know, that's where I want it. I don't want no bounce pass, so a great job from Singleton to give her the high-low.
Yeah, we talked to her after the Delaware State game. I believe she said she's 60 feet tall, not 6, 60. The roster may tell you 6'4", but forget about that. False. 60. Even Tim Eatman said we had to beg our guards a couple of times. Throw the ball to her. She can keep it up there. And see if Rutgers can continue to utilize her in that way as the season endures. Players will get taller, don't get me wrong, get into Big Ten plays, some big centers. But Walker can certainly make her presence felt even then. As this foul goes against Central Connecticut, against Jenkins on the rebounding action. Oh, pardon me, against Sutherland Case. Her second and already Central Connecticut's 3rd team foul. Brown wide open. She'll try it. And left it a little short. And it's going back to the Blue Devils. Jenkins operates. Here's Berube outside the paint area. How about this one-on-one matchup? Now Walker commits the foul.
Yeah, Walker being a little handsy there, just bumping her a little bit. Berube does not want the ball that far outside of the paint, but she is patient. So you got a hand on her back there, and I think the referee just caught her, and she does not like that call. She felt like she didn't really go for the ball or anything, but she did have her hand on her back as Berube was trying to operate. So she's got to keep her hands off, use her length, reach players straight up.
And one more free throw coming for Berube, the 5th-year senior. A 5th year because Central Connecticut star barely played last year. Season cut short due to an ACL tear after 4 games of the COVID-shortened year. Talking to assistant coach Andrew Stevens, he told us Berube, through that injury recovery, her 2nd ACL tear of her career, learned some patience. And even on that drive, you saw it. Not trying to force anything, willing to take what Walker gave her and operate slowly if you need to.
Right. I mean, sometimes, you know, those injuries, you know, they're so painful, and you hate to see that happen to a player, but sometimes it does teach them a lot of things. You know, everything kind of happens for a reason, so she was able to learn from it.
Sutherland Case fumbled it out of bounds after Central Connecticut forced the turnover. And that'll bring us to a break. Rutgers trying to pull away. The Blue Devils feisty here on this Tuesday night in Jersey. 11-point difference between Rutgers and Central Connecticut. But this meeting, the 4th meeting between Rutgers and Central Connecticut, close one. Because Central Connecticut shooting the ball pretty well and tightening up the defense a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they've been coming out here not afraid at all of Rutgers. I mean, they've had a slow start, but kind of really gotten their groove, and they're just looking to kind of come in here and get a little bit of an upset.
Again, Central Connecticut 1-5 on the year. Their only win last month against Brown. Singleton, 3 to shoot, down for Walker. 1 on the timer, gets it off. Grab the rim and grab the offensive rebound. How about the putback? Oh, yeah. Sakima Walker How in the world did she do that?
Hey, the length, she's using it. You saw she had to rush her shot. She said, nah, I'm going to go back and try again, you know. And she gathered it, got a great rebound, a terrific read off the rim, kept it up high. As soon as she got it, nice fadeaway. Nice fadeaway off the glass.
Missed the free throw, but got that miss too. And now double teamed and gets fouled. And that's the 15th foul against Central Connecticut, so she's going right back to the free throw line.
Can I start calling her Spider-Man? How she's just webbing the ball. You know, Spider-Man comes out this week, so maybe she's just in theme. I mean, she looks like the ball. She's just reaching out there and latching it in every single time. She's just following the ball off the rim. She's so good at that. She's just been coming through for her team right here, getting these second chance opportunities.
I think there are many worse superheroes to be compared to than Spider-Man. If you're looking at the list. One more here for Walker. I missed that one, and that time Central Connecticut State clears. So 0 for 2 with the stripe in that instance. 8 points, 3 rebounds for the sophomore center, Walker. Now Rutgers is in the bonus now. Something to keep in mind is the Scarlet Knights try to stretch this game open like it was early on. Rutgers led by as many as 16 points in the first half. Pull up from mid-range from Megan Kennefick back in the game. And Osh Brown grabs the board, her 4th board of the night.
Yeah, the Blue Devils just been kind of quiet on offense right here. Rutgers just been doing a better job of being on the dribble, not over-helping where they found those three-pointers. They just made some adjustments.
Walker got open, missed it with the left hand, and Singleton the offensive rebound. Finding the open player, but Brown says no. And now Walker way away from the basket. Stepped out of bounds after grabbing the ball. No, pardon me. They're going to give her a timeout.
Really well down there. We also talked about trust, and her teammates are just really trusting her to get it done.
You include this game for Singleton, averaging 10 points over the last now 4 contests. This included Belle Lanford trying to get Central Connecticut's 3-point ball back to work, and it is not here in this third quarter. Blue Devils have missed all 6 shots from the floor, including 4 from deep here in the period.
Yeah, and I think 3 of the ones from deep have been air balls as well. They just have not been good shots, not good looks. They haven't been moving the ball around like they were in the first half, just kind of trying to force up some shots here like they were doing in the first quarter, and they're just really getting back to that. And Rutgers' defense has been moving better, but a turnover there. But the Blue Devils just have to work the ball around, get a lot more penetration, and just make something happen.
Now the scoring story, that is, for Rutgers is getting it done in the paint. Once again today, more than half the Rutgers scoring has been in the posts. As Toppin drives on Brown and earns the foul. That's first against Brown and now 4 against Rutgers.
You see the drive there, the jab step. She likes to do that. Toppin likes to throw her arm a little bit, tell them to get up off you so she can get the call. But you got to have better on-the-ball defense from Rutgers. They've been doing a great job rotating on the help side, but just on the ball has to be better. I mean, that was a prime example right there when Lanford, great drive to the basket, but Mason, she got the step on her. She's got to shuffle her feet over a little bit more.
That's the first field goal make of the half for Central Connecticut. Coming there for Belle Lanford, who's now up to 9 points, leading the Blue Devils. Here's Mason. Mason, Morris, Petrie in with Brown and Singleton in the post. Under 10 to shoot. Morris crossover into the lane. Didn't get the bounce. And Berrubi's got, or pardon me, Kennefick has the board. Now, despite the third quarter shooting woes, Central Connecticut can once again make it a single-digit game right now. As Lanford sneaks it up and in. Off the finger roll, and Lanford into double figures now.
And Lanford's a tough player. I mean, the first half we saw her, shoot the mid-range, drive to the basket. She's not intimidated at all. That was a great read from her. She realized once she gets the step on her defender, she's hard to stop.
Petrie carves her way inside for Brown on the back down. Petrie pulls up to the elbow, airballed it. Brown Couldn't save it.
Nice, tough. Putting her head down with the scoop, too. Just really protecting the ball. I mean, clearly Petrie much taller on her, just couldn't get the block. I mean, Lanford is doing a great job protecting the ball while she goes to the basket. She knows she's a much shorter player out there, so she's just really perfected it.
And now Central Connecticut trying to save. They can. This is going to go back to Rutgers. Now it's the D-Bay in the game here for the Scarlet Knights. Morris goes out. Rutgers won for its last 9 from the floor. Sidibe. That zone trying to trap Rutgers. And a whistle going the other way. Sidibe stepped out of bounds there on the sideline. And that is, we talked about the turnovers for Rutgers being something they want to limit. That's the 13th turnover for the Scarlet Knights, still before the 4th quarter.
Right, just another mental mistake there because, you know, I always think that's how they get most of their turnovers, just mental mistakes, you know, shot clock violations, not really paying attention to what's going on, you know, not meeting the ball and moving the passing lane. I thought the offensive possession started off really well. I think that Petrie was controlling the offense. She was stepping in front at the three-point line. She put pressure on the defense, but just another mental mistake from the Scarlet Knights.
The Rutgers unlock this Central Connecticut zone. Here's Singleton, faces up at the free throw line and knocks it down. 12 points and 6 rebounds. Another nice night for Singleton. Showing off the mid-range game there, too.
Right, the post players have really been working on the versatility of their game, making sure they're deep in their bag with a lot of skills because they're definitely going to need them for conference play. You know, the middle of the lane is going to be clogged up.
Sidibe couldn't lay it in, but Singleton, the offensive rebound. Rutgers really crashing the offensive glass hard here in the 3rd quarter, and with these shots not falling all of a sudden, it's been vital.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it all season long, reaping the benefits, reaping the rewards of getting second chance opportunities. They're going to have to, you know, start knocking down some free throws. But I think they've been doing a great job crashing the boards, and the Blue Devils have not been boxing out. They've been crashing from the three-point line. And that's the thing. You know, when you're set up in a zone, it kind of takes you off kilter a little bit. You're not going to be matched up with the man to be able to find the body to box out. So Singleton, Osh Brown, and Sidibe and Walker earlier we saw they're just really taking advantage of the fact that they're out of position.
2 free throws good for Singleton, who's got a game-high 14 points. And most importantly, making the free throws there. Rutgers 5 of 9 as a group from the stripe. Final minute here of the 3rd period. Back to a 13-point Rutgers lead. Lanford. Kick out up top. Kennefic. Lanford. Nice move. She knows how to get open, but couldn't hit it. And Brown emerges with it. And less than a 1-second difference between the shot and game clock. Rutgers can hold for 1 here to end the quarter. And Mason will do that. Timer down to 10. Skip it for Mason. She'll try the 3. No, off the back of the rim. And the rebound there for Kennefic. 3 seconds. Lanford. Peeves from 35. No. Got it on the rim. Couldn't hit it. And Rutgers able to pad the lead here, but Central Connecticut State still in talking distance. 13-point difference. Rutgers looking to build his winning streak.
Oh, I mean, you have a home crowd out here supporting you, then, hey, that's gonna be something worth playing for at home.
Now Rutgers, historically, 84% winning percentage here over the last 5 years. 54-10 over the last 5 seasons. Not bad. Some important possessions still here for Rutgers with Central Connecticut within 13. Mason, late in the shot clock. Into the corner, and Brown couldn't handle it. Now Rutgers struggled to find what it was looking for in that possession. Struggled to find some spacing, some openings.
Yeah, one thing they're definitely going to have to clean up. We talk about the shot clock violations all the time. Didn't get a shot clock violation there. But as soon as it gets down to 5 count, I mean, they just kind of like don't really have an answer for it. So they're going to have to start having a lot more discipline, recognizing that the shot clock is going down and having to find an answer. Someone's got to put the ball in the basket.
Toppin blocked away. Singleton swats it back. That continues to be a nice night for Tyia Singleton.
And what a pretty block right there. I mean, Toppin going to the basket, but Singleton and then helping her up after the block. I've always hated that as a player. You know, don't help me up after you,
You don't want to be
blocked
helped
my
up.
shot. I don't want to be helped up. No, that one you just walk away.
2 to shoot. Toppin hoists. No. And Mason will settle it down for Rutgers. 3 blocks for Singleton to go along with the 14 points and 7 boards. Petrie's had a couple of threes, not there. Singleton knocks down, tracks down the loose ball. 13 offensive boards this evening for the Scarlet Knights. Compare that to 7 for Central Connecticut. Brown. Petrie, 3 on the timer, fading away. That was blocked. It tipped out of bounds after before that is, the shot clock went out. This will be Blue Devil ball. And China Cornwell will enter here for Singleton. And so everybody getting into the game once again today for Rutgers. The only player who did not play was unavailable. Mentioned this earlier, Shug Dixon not playing tonight for Rutgers. Starting guard, out under the weather, non-COVID illness. And so opting to sit her tonight, let her rest. Here's Berube turning around on Cornwell and right to work. Double figures for Berube with 10 points.
And a nice move from her. We talked about it, kind of like an old school player, right? She gets her ball, she gets the ball, she dribbles, kind of lulls you to sleep, and then makes her move, and a great spin move there to be able to score on the other side of the glass. She's so patient and so fundamental.
Sidibe. Cornwell double team. Don't usually see her out there, but drives the lane. Couldn't hit the reverse, and Brown saves it. Acrobatic effort there from the grad transfer. Mason gets open. No. Lid on the rim for Rutgers. And Mason will come out as Lassiter checks in. Rutgers is shooting 21% here in the second half, 4 of 19.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be shot selection. I mean, you saw Cornwell really dribbling to the goal and trying to reverse layup, and then, you know, they get a second chance opportunity, and then Mason kind of shoots a contested mid-range. You know, just shot selection is really key right here for them, because, I mean, I feel like if they go back to the outside-in game, you know, they'll be able to get a lot more better looks on offense.
Jenkins finds Berube. Cornwell harassing her. Poked away. It's going the other way. That's clipped off of Berube on its way out. Singleton is right back in as Brown will exit.
We talk about the turnovers for the Blue Devils as well. I mean, they had 29 against Syracuse. You know, I mentioned to you before the game got started that looking at this team and looking at the stats, you know, shooting 45% from the field, 40% from 3, you wouldn't think they would have gotten, you know, blown out the way they did, but the 29 turnovers really plagued them. You saw a couple of back-to-back on these possessions here.
A much-needed bucket there for Rutgers. Laisha Petrie from the free throw line. She's up to 8 points. Trying to put the finishing touches on this one in a game where Central Connecticut has refused to go away. Jenkins curling in. No, over Sidibe. And Petrie the board. Try the ambitious bounce pass. It's kicked out of bounds.
Yeah, she saw Cornwell and Singleton a little bit too late there. I mean, they were both running the floor on the block, but the defense of the Blue Devils was just trying to rattle Petrie, so she wasn't able to get it up to them quick enough.
Lassiter still looking. And finally gets it in for Petrie. Rutgers trying to get in the right positions for this play. Now under 10. Petrie got open. That 3 ball has not been there. Rutgers knocked down a couple early to get that quick lead, as big as 16 tonight. Since the first quarter, though, it hasn't dropped. Nibelink picks up her dribble. Eden Nibelink can knock down some threes. Halfway down right there. Blue Devils could have really used that. Try to keep this comeback alive. Lassiter corrals it and then throws it away. I did well to keep the possession. As soon as she did, though, gave it up.
Yeah, right. That's just got to be a little bit more discipline there. Should have just picked the ball up, kind of reset the offense. You had a full shot clock there. So, you know, just another one of those mental mistakes that Rutgers makes.
Berube gets under the basket. Reverse, no. And tie up for the ball. This will stay here for Central Connecticut. Rutgers making more substitutions. Joya Maddox, Osh Brown are in with Lassiter and Sidibe exiting. And this is Rutgers ball. Neither team realizes. This is Central Connecticut ball. Blue Devils still with a chance to make this a single-digit game here in the middle of this fourth quarter. In for Berube, off balance. That's very well done from the fifth-year senior, being knocked out of play.
Yeah, sometimes she makes some buckets. I'll be thinking, I have no idea how she made it, but once again, she kind of knows where she's at on the floor. She's a very fundamentally sound player, and you saw there just a great bucket from her.
And now she's got a team-high 12. Maddox resetting, 6 on the timer. Cornwell commits the moving screen, the offensive foul.
And I knew as soon as she ran up there, they were going to get her for that one. She kind of leaned in, was moving her feet on the screen. You got to make sure she's set. And Maddox was just still moving as well. You know, they kind of got away from what was working. The reason why they were shooting 75%, kind of working it into the post players, skipping the ball, putting pressure against that zone. And, you know, when they started getting a little lackadaisical with the basketball, far out from the three-point line, running the offense, I felt like that's what kind of lulled it to sleep.
Jenkins pulls up her dribble late in the shot clock for the Blue Devils. Needing scoring. Calls for the screen. Ignores it. Cutting to the glass and gets the bounce. Great move by Forever Toppin.
Nice bucket there to keep her dribble alive, even though the pressure was coming. I mean, it's nice high shot off the glass. Just kissed it right up there. Super smooth from Toppin.
That's a single-digit ball game. 9-point difference. Under 4 minutes left. Walker up for the screen. Petrie off the pump fake. Cuts to the glass. That's a great move from Laisha Petrie to get open.
And a great read. The defense shuffling over, opened up a little bit of the lane for her, and she's so lengthy. Those 2 long steps, finish on the other side. Great read from her.
Petrie, the second Scarlet Knight in double figures now with 10 points. Toppin, back at it. How about the speed from Toppin, but couldn't finish that time. And Petrie grabs her 6th rebound. Maddox loses the defender all the way. Some free throws coming. Almost had the and one. Seas parted there for Joya Maddox for a bit.
Yeah, miscommunication from the Blue Devils. Nobody stopping the ball. One defender hanging around backcourt. They're just already looking defeated. 3 minutes left to play. They could have got a couple of buckets here, but with that defensive sequence, that's not going to help them get the win today.
So 2 free throws here for Maddox. And she picks up her first points of the night. The 10th Scarlet Knight to get into the scoring column. That's a point of emphasis for this team. On a night where Shug Dixon isn't available, you lose somebody who has been one of your top scorers over the last couple of weeks. Somebody needs to step up, and they do it by committee.
Absolutely, and I mean, top scorer, and, you know, also leading in the, not leading, but, you know, high in the assist category as well. I mean, she controls the offense for this team, so missing her tonight, someone has to step up.
That one bounces back in for Ashley Berube, 14 points for her. Blue Devils not going away, but time starting to run out on them as well. Walker. Petrie. No, on the three. Fight for that loose ball. Singleton has it trapped in the corner. And Rutgers gets the timeout.
To learn from their mistakes.
Wagner is a one-loss team who is sort of in the same region of the net rankings, NCAA's RPI-esque rankings. That's a good team Rutgers will play. As Rutgers throws it away, Toppin on the steal. Now, Central Connecticut State has not hit its three-pointers either in this second half. They're 0 for 8, and they can't find anything there as Walker uses the length for the steal. Now we'll head under 2 minutes now in this one. But no, Lanford on the poke away. 2-on-1 for Toppin. The layup is good, and once again, a single-digit game.
Great steal and a great lead to the fast break. Toppin running, and Lanford finding her a nice smooth pass. But then you see two back-to-back turnovers from Syracuse, from Rutgers, excuse me. I know people are upset about that. But from Rutgers, just mental mistakes once again on the inbound pass, and then a bad pass within the offense. Have to clean it up.
Brown in for Singleton. She was open but couldn't handle it. And Lanford's got it under 90 seconds left. In for Berube, but Walker has another steal. Big time stuff defensively for Walker. Petrie the other way. Gets bumped, no whistle, missed it. Lanford, this would be huge. Off the back of the rim, no. Whose ball is it? And it's gonna stay here. Central Connecticut State keeps it. 20 on the shot clock. 62 seconds left. And Central Connecticut State still has all 4 of its timeouts. They will use the first here. Interim head coach Kerry Reeves getting a chance to set things up.
You have to find something else that works, and they just haven't.
Here we go. Minute and 2 seconds left. Forever Toppin to inbound. Rutgers by 9. And Berube look in the corner, but out of bounds. Wow. That was Eden Nibelink in the corner who stepped out of bounds.
Right.
Lack of court awareness.
She did. And we've seen that a couple of times this game. And, I mean, she even made the shot. And we were just talking about how outside shooting hasn't been an issue, been coming through for them in this second half, but just not seeing where she was at on the court.
That would have made it a 6-point game. Instead, 45 seconds left. Singleton. That's an offensive foul. And that is the 21st Rutgers turnover.
And I think that's the 3rd offensive foul that Lanford has drawn. She does a great job. She see a post player is uncomfortable putting the ball on the floor. She just slid over there, had plenty of time and anything. And then even when they went cold from the field, they just continue to step up their defense and let Rutgers really beat themselves.
Here we go. Lanford trying to drive. Kick out. Nibelink steps behind the arc but can't get open. And now 25 seconds left in the game. Sutherland Case inside for Berube. Triple team in there. And a 3-second violation. Central Connecticut turns it over. Now Kerry Reeves says, get up, press the ball. That may just about do it though as the shot clock goes off. 2 turnovers late, and now Rutgers gives it away. But a foul will go against the Blue Devils right as Rutgers had coughed it up.
Tough break there. They were really about to get the turnover there. Just another bad pass from Rutgers, not running the press break correctly.
In for Lassiter. Now for Maddox, open 3-on-1, and she'll pull it back. 12 seconds left. Lassiter That's off the Blue Devils with 10 seconds. 2 turnovers for Central Connecticut in the final 62 seconds on what could have been scoring possessions. In for Lassiter, 7 seconds left. Toppin gives the foul, but that'll do it. Time on the side here for Rutgers in the fourth quarter. Central Connecticut still has to foul. They're not in the bonus yet. Just 3 team fouls. Maddox in for Brown. 5 seconds. Now Rutgers will get on a winning streak. Singleton will lay it in at the buzzer, but that'll do it. Not the way Rutgers wanted to close this one. The Scarlet Knights do start their winning streak, though, tonight. Rutgers wins this one 56-45, back-to-back W's for the Knights.
And this is definitely